Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Obama Show. The Obama Show, where we share your work and value your work while teaching English. And as you know, the aim of the Obama Show is to promote the English language, to promote hard work. And today we have a special Obama Show. Today we are here at EBAD. We are honored to be one of those who witnessed this great day, this imposing event. And as you may know, the theme of this year is restoring English as the top foreign language in Senegalese educational system, challenges and solutions. And we'll be having some deans and teachers who will give their ideas about this topic. Teachers of English don't have the chance to attend the ELD. The Oma Show is here to share the highlights and make you live the moment to immortalize this great event. So we'll be right back after the speeches. Thank you very much for following.
Mesdames et messieurs les formateurs, Mesdames et messieurs les professeurs d'anglais, chers membres de l'ATES et honorables invités en vos noms, titres et qualités.
Je voudrais, à l'entame de mes propos, au nom de l'ATES, signifier ma gratitude à l'endroit de l'assistance pour avoir répondu à notre invitation. Je voudrais aussi remercier solennellement Madame la directrice représentant le ministre de l'Éducation nationale pour avoir accepté de présider l'ouverture de la 22e édition de la Journée nationale de la langue anglaise, que l'Association des professeurs d'anglais du Sénégal célèbre chaque année en partenariat avec le Regional English Language Office de l'ambassade des États-Unis au Sénégal. L'édition de pour thème la réhabilitation de l'anglais, première langue étrangère dans le système éducatif sénégalais, défis et solutions. Discuter d'un tel sujet est un prétexte pour une grande concertation sur le devenir de l'anglais dans le système scolaire sénégalais, étant donné que la langue est aujourd'hui fortement concurrencée. Mesdames et messieurs, permettez-moi de saisir cette occasion pour rendre un vivant hommage à nos partenaires, le RILO et le British Council, pour leur soutien financier et leur présence à nos côtés à chaque fois que le besoin se présente. Et cette manifestation en est une parfaite illustration. Soyez-vous-en remerciés. Les mêmes remerciements vont à l'endroit du directeur de l'EBAD. Madame la directrice, pour me résumer, j'ose espérer qu'au terme de cette rencontre, des actions seront menées à tous les niveaux de décision pour connecter davantage la jeunesse sénégalaise au reste du monde avec cette belle et magique langue comme médium. Merci de votre assistance.
ATES, Monsieur le chef de service de l'EBAD, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. So, it really is a pleasure to be here today to support ATES, but also to recognize the important work that ATES does to support all of you as teachers of English. We also had a social media campaign, again aimed very much 18 to 35-year-olds, basically to raise awareness of all of the free online resources that are out there. And what we wanted to do was work with some of the key youth influencers. So we worked, for example, with the rapper Ketty to reach young people here in Senegal. And we've reached something like about 250,000 young people over the last few months. So just thank you all for all the great work that you do in supporting learners of English here in Senegal. And congratulations once again to ATES for putting together such a great program. So thank you all.
Je voudrais donc vous dire également que nous avons un nouveau ministre de l'Éducation nationale, Monsieur Mamadou Talla, qui est un homme du sérail parce qu'il était à la formation professionnelle et technique. Et je sais que dans la transmission du témoin, le ministre Serigne Mbaye Thiam ne manquera pas de faire justement référence à l'importance de l'enseignement-apprentissage de l'anglais dans le système éducatif. Madame la directrice du British Council l'a dit tout à l'heure, je l'ai ramassé dans son message. Je pense que son souhait le plus ardent, c'est que l'anglais soit the top language, c'est ce que j'ai compris. C'est probablement un plaisir pour moi de venir représenter l'autorité de l'éducation à cette 21e édition de la journée de la langue anglaise organisée par l'Association des professeurs d'anglais du Sénégal, ATES, une association dont le dynamisme n'est plus à prouver. Je pense qu'un enseignant motivé, c'est un enseignant qui maîtrise son enseignement. Je voudrais vraiment vous transmettre nos plus chaleureuses félicitations. Et je me ferai l'écho, justement, du beau travail que vous faites auprès de l'autorité qui m'a envoyé ici. Et mesdames, messieurs, honorables invités, chers partenaires, chers participants, en souhaitant plein succès à vos travaux, je déclare ouverte la 21e édition de la journée de la langue anglaise de l'Association des professeurs d'anglais du Sénégal, ATES. Je vous remercie de votre attention.
Courage! Do you have the courage?
Do you have the courage?
Do you have the courage?
Do you have the courage to act outwardly on what you see inwardly?
Or will you die a dreamer? And will you die on the verge or on the edge?
In the land of Buddha. In the land of Buddha.
In the land of Shooter?
Misery will
always have company.
Success brings success. It takes courage to be different.
It takes courage to be exceptional.
It takes courage to be wise. It takes courage to be knowledgeable. It takes courage to go away where you've never gone before. It takes courage to get you outside the bar.
It takes courage to be successful.
It takes courage to be a winner. It takes courage to be honest.
Il s'agit de monsieur du Dakar.
Thank you for your commitment.
I would like to thank Macham Cham. I would like to thank Ousseynou Seck. I would like to thank Dr. Seck Sadibou Diagne. I would like to thank my CE teacher, Ndene Ndiaye, who is now a retired teacher at Makakawon, Kaolack. And those people, if you see that I name them personally, they know why. It means that the initial training, it is a token that shows that you have your certificate to teach English, but that does not make you a good teacher if you don't attend cell meetings, if you are not committed to ATES. So, had it not been for ATES, as I said, I wouldn't have been here today to be the teacher of the year.
Welcome to your favorite TV program, The Obama Show. As you know, The Obama Show is here to share the English language, is here to share your work, is here to promote the English language as usual. And today we have a special Obama Show here at the ELD of the Association of Teachers of English of Senegal. We are here to give interviews and share the highlights of this imposing event, which is this 22nd edition of the English Language Day organized by ATES. And as topic we have restoring English as the top language, the top foreign language in the Senegalese educational system, challenges and solutions. And we have the privilege also to have on our stage Cheikh Oumar Tidiane Thiam, and he's nominated the pioneer of the teachers of English in Senegal, Mr. Cheikh Oumar Tidiane Thiam. Mr. Cheikh Oumar Tidiane Thiam, how do you feel about this nomination today?
Okay, this nomination, the feeling is that I have not to be rewarded, but it is ATES which has got to be rewarded. And most of all, the students, Because whatever we do in ATES activity, the students are present and they are fully present. ATES taught me skills. ATES developed me. ATES gave me tools. And if there is someone who should be grateful, it is not ATES, but it is not me. It is me, I mean, but not ATES.
Thank you very much, Mr. Cham.
Thank you.
And congratulations once more again. Thank you. All right. Thank you very much once more again. We are back on the stage, and we are with Mr. Tal, teacher of English and teacher of the year. He is nominated today, teacher of the year. Congratulations, Mr. Tal, for your nomination. As a teacher of the year, what is your impression of the day?
Okay, thank you, Seydou, Obama. So I'm Djibeiru Tal, teacher of English at Lycée de Pekin. I should thank Allah for this recognition. And I mean, words are not enough to show my thanks to Allah, to ATES teachers, to ATES board, to the scientific committee. And I should say that I am proud of myself. Thanks to Allah.
And as teacher of the year, which is not given to all teachers, which is just given to one teacher, of all teachers of Senegal, you are nominated teacher of the year. What do you say to teachers of English who are not that committed to ATES and who are not joining ATES and who want to do great work in their classes? What do you advise to those teachers today as a dean and teacher of the year?
Great. This is what I developed a while ago when I was given those, trophies, my distinction. So I told them, the younger generation, it is one thing to be trained at a first step or École Normale, but it is another to continue our in-service training. Because in-service training, this shows you that you are not only a teacher, but you are somebody who is always thirsty for knowledge. Because the day you stop doing research, I think that day you should be out of classes. As if you think that you are now self-sufficient, you don't need others, and you stop going to cell meeting, you stop questioning yourself, it means that you are a self-sufficient teacher.
Thank you very much, brother. Thank you very much, Mr. Cham. And once more again, congratulations. We'll be right back for more interviews. Thank you very much for watching.
Meaning, we are favoring, most of the time, reproductive strategies. Making sentences, transforming sentences, converting sentences, translating this into this, turning the passive into the active stuff, etc. This just does not work. It's good. I'm not saying because you get rid of language, linguistic competence. To be able to speak the language and use it in real life, you have to be linguistically competent. That's not enough. We have to go beyond that and realize that English or any other language is like a bus.
Okay, so thank you very much. We are back on the stage with the president of the Association of Teachers of English in Senegal, Mr. Abdounyan. We are going to talk about the ELD and the topic they have chosen for this edition. Mr. Nyan, welcome on stage once more again. Welcome on the Obama Show. And as president of ATES, this is your first event. How do you feel about this organization?
Yeah, I'm really pleased with what happened, and I think that people are congratulating. It means that we made it. Because even they say that toj nga fi, yeah, toj nga fi raja, and I think that this is also some kind words that we take into guarantee. I think that especially for this one, we innovated a lot, because I remember the first time I came to ELD, people give us prices, clothes and phones. I said, this is not fair. You cannot give a kind of you cannot give a recognition, a phone as a recognition, because I can have, I can myself have a more how to say it, a more expensive fund than the one you give me.
And can you tell a bit about the choice of this year? I mean, the teacher of the year. Why Jiberu Tal?
Yeah, I will tell you it's among our innovations because in the past years, what they did, or what we did, because I was in, what we did was that the board or the president of ATES chose someone as teachers of the year. I said that that may not be fair as a selection. So why not involving those who are in regions, like teacher trainers? And I discussed with teacher trainers. When I discussed with them, we agreed on a certain number of criteria. And I sent them the file, and any one of them chose a teacher based on the criteria on the document. And they sent their nominees at a national level, and the ATES Scientific Committee, based on all that is sent, they selected one of them, and Jiberu Tal was the one who was nominated. And speaking about Jiberu, I think that everybody knows here Jiberu. Jiberu deserves it. And he's too much dedicated in teaching English, especially in ATES matters. It's not only because he's an ATES guy that he was given the title of Teacher of the Year, but Jiberu himself is really very committed in teaching English, in conducting cell meetings, and that we can hear from people who are living with him.
For this is the 21st edition of the English Language Day, right?
Yeah.
And as the theme, you have restoring English as the top foreign language in Senegalese educational system, challenges and solutions. Why this topic today?
Yeah, because most of the time we take current issues a bit related to pedagogy, but this year, especially this year, we said that okay, it's good to talk about pedagogy, but let's talk about the language itself, the stature of the language itself, because you may know that English is the first foreign language in Senegal. It's a moment for us to have a diagnosis. Why people are leaving English, why students are leaving English aside, and what are the solutions to make them come back to the English world. And even authorities, why not considering English as first language from cesium to terminal?
As president of ATES National, and as you know, this is his first event as president, and he promised a lot of things with the teachers of English. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you.
Next time, best time.
Very validly, this is where you are. It will avoid what we have now. You see candidates with 5 at the written, and it's because they are in front of you, you are hypocritical. You give them 15. Yeah, this is what we do. So there is a big gap between the scores at the written test and then what they perform at the spoken test. So we need to have a look at that and listen to our voices in that sense.
I don't like people also throwing the rubbish everywhere. Places should be very clean. And I don't like violence also. I would like to change all those things.
So as I said, Andrejit was saying that everything has been said. Everything that needs to be said has been said. But as nobody was listening, we need to say it again. You said everything. I think ATES has gone through all the topics. So I think it's time now for us to take action. Everything has been said. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We're back on the stage with the Lord of CLT, as you know, Mr. Majam Cham, a friend of mine, a good friend of mine, the Lord of CLT, the friend of all English teachers in Senegal. It's good to have him on the show today. Welcome on the show. Thank you for coming. It's a pleasure. All right. So we are here to celebrate the 22nd edition of the English Language Day of the Association of Teachers in English in Senegal. What's your impression of the day?
It's fantastic. I mean, mostly the topic itself. It is so timely. It came at a time when a lot of students are debunking the system because of irrelevant content or outdated strategies, and which is, poles apart or in contradiction with their own culture, the culture of a fast-moving world where creativity and novelty should be, their credo.
Okay, and you just give a presentation. Can you tell us a bit about your presentation?
Okay, my presentation was to show that one way of motivating students is to engage them in activities that make them think, grapple with reality, and come up with the language that they need to solve problems in English. And I think it's doable, it's feasible. That's what I wanted to demonstrate.
How do you think it's connected to the topic today? I mean, restoring English.
When you say restore, you restore only things that have been broken somewhere. Something has been broken in the system, so we have to fix it. The best way is to fix it is to entice, to win back the students to school, to our language classes.
And as a dean, someone who has always been very active in ATES, we see you all the time when ATES is organizing. What do you think today should be the very activities that ATES should organize to help achieve their goal today, which is to restore the English language as a top foreign language today? Is it just what we're doing like ELD or convention?
No.
What are
I think you're doing a heck of a good job. I mean, with the English club movement, I think half of the time that we spend in class, half the time should be spent in class, and the other half outside the class in English clubs. You see, where people play role play what society will require them to play out in the real world tomorrow. If we do that, the students will see the link between the language class and reality, and that's, I think, it's very motivating. And until we do that, I don't think we're going to come up to scratch, really.
Thank you very much. That was Mr. Macham-Cham, the CLT, the Lord of CLT. Thanks so much
for the good job
you
doing.
You are our inspiration.
Do you have the courage?
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 Do you have the courage to act outwardly on what you see inwardly?
Or will you die a dreamer? And will you die on the verge or on the edge?
In the land of Kudo.
In the line of widow.
In the land of Shudo.
Misery will always have company.
Success brings success.
It takes the courage to be different.
It takes a courage to be exceptional.
It takes courage to be wise. It takes courage to be knowledgeable.
It takes courage to go away where you've never gone before. It takes the courage to get you outside of the bar.
It takes courage to be successful. It takes courage to be a winner. It takes courage to be Obama-show. Yes. So watch it and enjoy it.
Social as the picture I can see on the screen. So this is the call that we want to make today, my sister and I. To get started with, we would like to share a few remarks that we have chosen to close our eyes on. We very often reduce the oral exam to the second half, just like in a football match, of the reading part. That is, a candidate coming with a text.
Thank you very much. We're back on the show with one of the presenters on the 21st edition of the English Language Day, Madam Saad, former president of ATES, and she just gave a presentation on examination, oral examination. Hello, Madam.
Hello.
Why do you think making examination friendly is important today?
Thank you, first of all, for admitting me to the show. Your question is, why do you think we should make it friendlier? I think we need to be fair with the students. As you know, English is not a first language or second language, it's a foreign language for Senegal. So the examiners need to put everything to make students comfortable, put them at ease so as they can produce the maximum of their best performance.
My last question is going to be about the theme of this edition of the English Language Day is restoring English as a top foreign language in Senegalese educational system, challenges and solution. And how is your topic connected to the theme of this year?
Yeah, I think the interconnectedness lies in the fact that the national syllabus, which is our constitution, says that these are the steps to be followed from classroom procedure to the end product, which is the end of year assessment. So I think when people have a stop and observe that there is a problem in terms of English and their position on the foreign language status in competition with Spanish and German and other languages. We know that English is losing a big part of if we can call it a market share. What is the rationale? What is the reason why this is happening? It's because we're not preparing the kids to take the standard exam they are supposed to be taking at the end of the year.
Thank you very much. It was great to have you on the show. Thank you for watching. This was Madam Sarr, former president of ATES and one of the presenters on this 21st edition of the English Language Day. And I hope you are guys enjoying the English Language Day, and we are back on the show with the representative of the British Council, who is going to talk about his impression of the day and the English Club project they have with ATES. Well, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to see you here today. Can you tell us a bit about your impression of the day?
Sure. Well, it's my first time here, so it's great to be here because I'm meeting a lot of the trainers and the teachers that we're already working with, so it's very nice. The focus has been on CPD and in particular assessment, and assessment is a really important part of any education system because it's kind of the end goal. So depending what type of assessment you have affects the type of teaching and therefore the type of learning. So I think it's an interesting focus to have.
Earlier you talk about the project with English clubs. The British Council has a project with English Club working with ATES. What can you tell about that?
That's right. So we've just started. We started in January, and partnering with ATES, who have facilitated our contacting the English clubs that we've been working with. It's a pilot phase at the moment, so just from January until the end of March. Now we're evaluating that pilot phase, and it's involved basically working with a UK partner, working with the English clubs, looking at what they're doing and are there ways to innovate, to bring new resources that can support the clubs with, to make them more fun and more attractive for the students to join, basically.
Thank you so much. All right, so we're back on stage, still at the 22nd edition of the English Language Day organized by Association of Teachers of English in Senegal. And as I told you earlier, we are going to have interview with all the presenters and some other members of the ATES. And we have here on the show one of the presenters, Mr. Dr. Jan, teacher trainer at the Teacher Training College, FASTEF, who used to be my trainer when I was at FASTEF in 2015. And he just gave a presentation with the Miss Madam Soda Sarr, who is also a member of ATES and a former president of ATES. So the presentation, as I said, was about oral examination. Okay. Thank you very much for being on the show, Mr. Jan. On the 22nd edition of the English Language Day, you gave a presentation on examination, oral examination, to make it friendlier. Why is it important, as I asked to your co-presenter, why is it important to make the oral exam friendlier?
Yeah, thanks very much for giving me this opportunity to extend my audience, because as a teacher trainer and inspector, it's my duty to go wherever teachers are and then to preach words of good classroom practices. Now, to get back to your question, what often happens is that some candidates fail their exam or fail to perform as well as they would have, just because the atmosphere, the environment in which they have been assessed was not made friendly enough. That is, there is too much pressure, too much anxiety, that's in the end, they might not perform as well as they used to do.
My last question is about the theme of this edition is restoring English as a top foreign language in the Senegalese education system, challenges and solution. And what is the link between that theme and your topic you just...
Yeah, we have been hearing concerns such as our kids are running away from English and embracing other languages, other foreign languages, which doesn't forcibly mean that they are doing better in those languages. I think the only reason, or the most important reason, is that some procedures have been failed and kids assess a language based on the grades they get. Even if they have proficiency, but they still cannot get good marks, and the most urgent need of the moment is to pass.
Welcome, Mrs. Kanji. As a dean, a trainer, and a member of ATES, we are here to celebrate the English Language Day, the 22nd edition, and the topic is restoring English as a top foreign language in Senegal. Challenges and solutions. What do you think is the main challenge for ATES to achieve this goal?
Anyway, the challenges, they talked about many challenges during the presentations. I was not aware of all of the choice of the topic, but I think that even about the challenges, we talked about it last year when we were talking about the 21st century learners and teachers. And I think that we have to, as they said, to update our way of teaching, because we no longer have the learners we used to have in the past. Now we have learners who are really knowledgeable in ICT, and sometimes they even know more than the teachers. They have skills that the teachers do not have. That's why I think the teachers have to adapt to the new situation, adapt to learners who are knowledgeable in many fields, and then try to just exploit, those skills that students have that help us in our teaching, and that can help us also, help them also to help one another.
So understanding the challenge, which is right now students are paying off English, they choose other languages, foreign language over English. What do you think are the activities that ATES should organize to help them achieve this goal? Not only presentations, but concrete activities they can organize for students.
You mean for the ATES or just the ATES? Yeah, I think that they can organize contests. They can organize activities where they assess, they challenge. So it's not only games, because they do that in the English clubs. But I think that ATES also should organize contests, kinds of competitions, just to assess the students before the examination days. I think that this is an area where ATES could do things just to help the students.
Right, thank you very much. That was a pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching this Obama Show. It was the Obama Show at EBAD on the occasion of the 22nd edition of the English Language Day, organized by the Association of Teachers of English in Senegal. That was your show with Seydou, the Obama Show, where we share your work and value your work while teaching English. So please contact us for your English club events, for your workshops. Contact us at 773983722. Thank you very much. Next time, best time.